What's up, Ramley? You are now in the kitchen with Chef Nixon for all your fixings for the latest and greatest about VCU men's basketball. So, VCU had a game yesterday against FAU, Florida Atlantic University. How'd it go? What you think? Let's get into it. So, FAU comes into this game on a three-game win streak. Um, I think they beat Stetson, North Florida, and Palm Beach Atlantic. Who? Right. I don't know who Palm Beach Atlantic is, even though I probably should. It's in Florida. I probably should know where it is or heard of that school before. However, talking to to some of the coaches and some other sources, just trying to get a feel for how FAU was as a team. They were they got high praise of being a uh, very well coached and a high potent offense. So I was excited to see how they would play. But again, with any team with us, your offense could be good against your average defense or a solid defense, But playing against us is a different animal. Um, so I was going to see how their offense could run with somebody being in your face for 94 feet. How your offense would run if you only have 18 seconds as soon as you cross half court to really get your offense started. I was curious to see how they would handle being turned and then trapped. I was curious to see how they would handle that and how much that would affect their uh, their offensive efficiency. Um, so VCU comes in 6-4, same as FAU. Again, riding another three-game win streak. Ours against Campbell, Jacksonville State, and ODU. Um, so I was curious if Ace could continue to propel the team to more comfortable wins. I think that's been the biggest thing that's been happening with his return. Is more so like as far as results, we'll get into how we get there later. But as far as results, I think he's been leading to more comfortable wins and close games that could go either way. He's helping us win those. You know what I mean? So and that's just from the ODU game, for what I see, and the Jacksonville State game. So good lemonade. So coming to this game, my prediction was VCU would probably win by 10 to 15 points. Um, FAU kind of has a hard time taking care of the ball. Any team that already has that kind of issue or that slight issue playing against VCU, you're going to have a long, long day. So I assume that we'll win comfortably. But start of the game, I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, you look at it like this. This is probably we have some sloppy games this year. We have some real sloppy games. Um, but this one takes the cake by far. This one takes the cake. Both teams could not stop turning the ball over. Couldn't stop. Uh, so VC was forcing FAU into turnovers, right? So of course we were getting traps. Of course we're disrupting their offense. They're driving, getting our hands on the ball. They're trying to go up, we're stripping them. So those kind of things were happening for VCU. But FAU, I'm not sure if it was good FAU or bad VCU. However, we couldn't just take care of the ball. Like we were forcing them to turn over the ball, and we were forcing turnovers. There's a lot of times where a pass wouldn't be there, but we would do an ugly pass. And what I mean by ugly pass is a UGLWHY. Why are we trying to force these passes? Um, and that was a big thing. I think that was the biggest thing for us. I think we still ended up winning the game comfortably, but when you really look at it, we should on this night we should have beat FAU because I think we're just a really bad matchup for them. We should have beat them by 30, 30 plus points, and Arnold should have been able to get into the game, and we should have seen like the last 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes, just be the freshman getting more tick and getting Arnold in there to get some tick. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Nichols should be in the game. This is one of those games where we should have really dominated. And for whatever reason, we just couldn't get out of our own way. We're just from forcing turnovers to just turn the ball over immediately after when it was like unnecessary. Like we're such in a rush, to get the points or score in transition. When really, if we run our offense with intent, and what I mean by that, instead of jogging to set a screen, sprinting into a screen, instead of kind of brushing the guy on the screen, really hitting the screen, getting better movement off the ball. All things that we are very capable of doing, but something either we refuse to do this past game, or FAU did a good job of limiting us to how we played. But overall, it was just a very, very ugly game. First half ended with a score of 20-26. And for you look at the game and you think that VCU should be up by a lot more because we were forcing so many turnovers. But when we got to halftime, I noticed something that was pretty funny. We had more turnovers than FAU. We had 16 turnovers at half. That is a ton. 16 turnovers at half, and we were still up 6. So what does that tell you? If we play half decent, just 6 turnovers and a half, which is about average. You know what I mean? That's at least 10, 12 more points that are up on the board that we kind of robbed ourselves from getting just by not taking care of the ball. And I have to give FAU some type of credit. Maybe Goldenberg, was it Golden? Let me get the guy's name. What's the guy's name? Goldenberg. Oh, Golden. The 7-footer. Maybe he was just intimidating people around the basket. Maybe they really condensed and kept their defense real tight and contested at the end on threes. Or maybe we just didn't play the best offense we could have. A lot of times we were getting good shots when we had the opportunity to get great shots. A lot of times we would just put our head down and go instead of trusting and running the offense. It was a lot of things that kept kind of getting in our way, but it was all self-inflicted. So that kind of sucked. So I want to talk about a few other aspects of the game. One, I saw Hassan was really kind of up and down. Like he'll do something good and then he'll mess up. I want to encourage everybody to just be patient with Hassan. He hasn't been feeling right for the last few weeks, and he's finally back out there on the court after missing, I think, 2 games. So it's going to take, especially with him being, relatively new to basketball, it's going to take him a while to get back in a rhythm. I think it will come. I would encourage him to get in the gym, get some extra shots up, do some extra drills. That would assist in uh, him getting that mojo back going faster. So getting there, watching some film, seeing where Ace likes to, how he likes to pass it, how he likes to get it to you. Um, um, there's so many different things that he can do to kind of help himself, and I know the coaching staff is going to be encouraging that, and I hope he takes that advice and really gets back to being the Hassan that we all know and playing the way that we know he can play, uh, because I think he knows he has been playing to his best ability, and the fans see it as well. So I just want to keep encouraging him to try to work his way through it. Um, but so with the game being so ugly, you really got to see how valuable Ace is, right? Um, because we're struggling to score on offense, and then all out of nowhere, like Ace just hits a switch where it seems like the game. It was almost like on 2K when you get your meter filled up to the max. You know what I'm saying? He like completely took over the game, and it was all on just dimes. You know what I mean? He had like a 3 or 4 play stretch where he's just diming it to the Deloge and hockey assist here, and diamond. And I mean, some of these passes were like so damn smooth, but it was leading to easy buckets. And before Ace comes back, that game would have been a lot closer just because we had nobody to really create for somebody else. You know what I mean? That game would have ended up being a lot closer than it really even had to be for that fact alone. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I think Jay Nunn is a very good freshman, but I think he's more of a two guard masquerading as a point more so than a true point. Don't get me wrong. I think he did a good job at the point. However, when it comes to the true point guard to run a team, there's a gap between him and Ace and what they can do. Jay Nunn is somebody you can give him the ball anywhere. He can just go get you a bucket. Don't get me wrong. He'll throw some nice passes in there as well. You know what I mean? But when you're looking at Ace is more of a true floor general that can score, but he's gonna put the players in the right place. One thing I didn't see until he came back was, bring the ball up court. He's not looking at the coach. Rose, what play you gonna call? He'll come down, calm everything down. No, you go over here. You go over there. All right, now let's run it. You know what I'm saying? So he can come down and make a play, not just for himself but for somebody else. And it's like that's the type of thing that the VCU greats did, i.e. Eric Maynard, i.e. Joey Rodriguez, i.e. Darius Steers. You know what I mean? These guys knew how to really control the pace of the game and really knew how to get other people involved. And it's just refreshing to see that it's refreshing to see that from Ace, because in today's game that's kind of like a missing piece. You got CP3 is like the last true point guard you really got in the league. Everybody else is saying this is I'm a shooting guard, but I bring the ball up. You know what I mean? So it's real dope to see. So with that, let's go ahead and let's start talking about some of the. Well, no, before we get there, just a quick note. So we went on the stretch where we were scoring, and then it just reverted back to being an ugly game towards the end. And it was to the point where like fans were just like, "Oh, I gotta get out of here." But when I say this game was ugly, 47 combined turnovers between both teams. 47. That is a turnover-ridden game. 47 combined turnovers. That might be some type of record. I don't know. I'll look it up. But that's crazy. So we ended up pulling the game out, winning by 20. It's crazy to even say that we had 22 turnovers and won by 20. Final score, 66 VCU, 46 Florida Atlantic University. Stat leaders for us, Vince had 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 steals. Ace had 6 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Keyshawn Curry poured in 13 points and was the lead scorer for VCU. And for FAU, Elijah Martin had 13 points and 5 rebounds. And Michael Forrest, who was their leading scorer coming into the game, VCU did a really good job on him and taking him completely out of the game. He finished the game with 5 points and 6 turnovers. More turnovers than he did points. Amazing job by VCU. We're actually doing a really good job on clamping down on guys, opposing best players, because we got some guys that all can defend and they all defend like differently. You know what I mean? Like getting guarded by Keyshawn is going to be he's going to be more of a straight up defender. He's going to contest every shot at the top. He's not going to really let you get around him. Jay Nunn and Ace are more so. They're going to try to get it under you. They're going to stay in your pocket. You got to be strong with the ball to take it. Then you got Vince. Vince is more of a mind game type of player. So he'll give you a little nudge, and next thing you know, you worry about him bumping you, and next thing you know, it's an offensive foul on you and going the other way. You know what I mean? So there's so many different types of great defenders we have on the court that for the best players to be defended by all these different guys in all these different types of ways, it's really challenging. So I think we do a really good job at handling that. My takeaways for this game, Ace does a really good job of slowing the pace. And once our bigs get on the same page with him, but I mean, like I said, you got to look at it. Ace is throwing these passes that you could say our bigs aren't used to receiving basically this whole year. You know what I mean? When they're rolling, they weren't used to getting the ball here, but now they are. You know what I mean? So it's going to take some time for them to adjust to play with Ace, because Ace is really trying to orchestrate the offense in a different way than it was being run before. So he makes a huge difference, and the more time we get together, or more time the players play together, the more beneficial it'll be. It'll be like the dimes that Hassan, or the chippies that Hassan missed today. Once he gets back to being used to playing with Ace, I think he's going to just catch and finish those. And that happened, and that goes for a lot of guys. There's a lot of plays where we just tricked off because we weren't respecting the ball. Another takeaway is the TO's got to go. I know nobody's perfect, so we're going to turn the ball over. But 16 in the first half is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure Coach Rose will say it's unacceptable, and we got to continue to get better at it, right? So that's what I'll say. It's unacceptable, and we got to continue to get better at it. And I know we're a good team, but when we play another good team, things like that is going to get us beat. Careless turnovers, missing layups on fast breaks because we're just not locked in. Those type of things, when you start playing your St. Bonaventures and your Daytons, and you play in these environments, it's going to be harder to pull out games like that with that turnover issue. So now, the low-key player of the game is Jalen Deloach. Bring a round of applause in. Deloach came in and gave us great minutes. Great minutes. He was on the end of a lot of Ace's assists. He went 4 for 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, 9 points. but he played really excellent defense. Set screens and rolled well, rebounded well. I mean, he rebounded decently, but he could do a lot better. But he still impacted the game in such a positive way just by bringing energy off the bench. Still being down Mikael Brown-Jones from concussion protocol. So, it was good to see him step up. So now I kind of want to transition into something that's just been bothering me. And I've been hearing different things. I don't know what's true, what's not. But I was at the VCU games last year when they only were allowing 200 people in. And now we're allowing people in, and I see the turnout. I have to question why. I know some people, like I've talked to other fans and say, hey, it's still a pandemic. I just don't feel comfortable. I'm completely fine with that. There is a pandemic going on. You don't want to bring your kid to a game where they have a chance to get sick. I completely understand it. Then we have people who don't want to wear masks. I understand that you may not feel as if they're necessary, or if it's or however you may feel. I'm not even judging you on that. But if VCU is your team, you need to support your team. And if it's just put a mask on for 2 hours, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal to support your team. If we're really the diehard VCU fans that we claim to be, if we truly are, Ramley, and we truly are Ram Nation, no matter what our different beliefs are, our disagreements or viewpoints, when it comes to, basketball, we all have one thing in common. That's we want to win. We want to support the team. So, I really don't want to get into the other things that's going on that may, I really don't want to get into it, but people who know there's another reason that people are saying people aren't coming to the games. And even with that, it's like, are you a fan or not, yo? If you're a fan or not, I'm gonna be real. This is a real thing right now. Some people when after the Final Four run, you see how the seats were sold out and everybody's cheering, da 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 da. But some people who were like real big fans, couldn't afford tickets anymore and ended up not being able to come to the game, which is understandable. College basketball is still a business, and I think you got to take steps in that direction to prosper, to make the business prosper. And I don't know if there's any other solutions, but I think we handled the best way we could. But there were people who were saying like, "Yo, the fans we got now are bandwagon fans." I never said that, but that's what I speak to everybody, and people have different opinions. They say VCU got bandwagon fans now. People who aren't really fans, they're UVA fans, but VCU's in town, so they just come out, every now and then because it's the hot thing. So I'm not accusing anybody of being a fake fan. I'm not accusing anybody of being fugazi or fraudulent. Um, I'm more so asking the real fans to come out and support the guys. Um, the guys are working hard day in and day out to make alumni, to make fans, happy and proud along with themselves. You know what I mean? A lot goes into being a college athlete. Uh, so I'm just saying, fans, real VCU fans, come and support the team. The stew hasn't been the stew. The cheers ain't been the same. The overall support for the guys has just not been the same. And like I said, if you're not comfortable because of COVID, I understand. But if it's any other reason, you know what I mean? Come on, let's get past that. Let's understand that people are going to have different opinions about things, and it's fine. It's perfectly okay to have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that we can't come together and support what we all enjoy, which is VCU men's basketball or uh, VCU sports in general. So yeah, let's cut the BS, man. Let's cut the BS. Let's come together. Let's celebrate and support the Rams. Let's do it. Because as of right now, I don't think we're having nearly the turnout that we should. VCU students need to be more engaged. The city needs to be more engaged. These guys are out here working hard. They're working hard, and like I said, this has been one of the more exciting seasons because it was such a learning curve for these guys. I said it in the beginning of the season, like, yo, we're gonna have games where we're gonna win. This is gonna be close. We're gonna have some heartbreak because of the learning curve. You know what I'm saying? But every game was gonna be close and everything was gonna be fun and exciting. And I think we have opportunity for people to come together and watch these games together and really support the team. And we're lacking and we're missing out on that. For whatever reason, we're missing out on that. So I just want us to do better. That's my piece. I just want us to do better. We can do better. As VCU fans, as VCU alumni, we can do better. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. But till next time, peace. That's a 6 points.